And my shit's exclusive. I've invested in my body. I have a $150,000 body. No one barely touches me. Yes, you can see me on Instagram because I'm paid to do that, but nobody touches me unless a man, yes, does take care of me. I like bosses. I like millionaires. I like someone who's going to mentor me, teach me, and invest in me and get me to my highest level as well.
So we have a woman here who says she has invested $150,000 on her body and wants only millionaires, bosses, and CEOs to be with her because apparently her total worth as a human being is $150,000. Is this even real life? If so, what a sad state for society today.
The $150,000 body.
4 BBLs, 2 breast technically 5 BBLs, but
So
we're going to go with 4. 2 breast augmentations, obviously Botox, lip injections, and then I had the fat buckle removed out of my cheeks on my face.
Wow.
And how young are you?
28.
She then reveals she's 28 years old and has had multiple surgeries all over her body, including her breasts, butt, and face, just to become what she is today. Basically, she's plastic.
28. And what age do you want to get married?
I don't necessarily have a time restraint on myself. I feel like God's gonna, make me cross paths with my future husband when that time is right.
She then says she would only consider marrying after she's developed a real estate property portfolio of at least $10 million because that's the sort of baseline at which she wants to stay at and have a man with at least that much. Alright guys, I'm sure you know it too. But here's how it's going to go for this lady. For the next 10 years, this woman is going to keep monkey branching from one man to another, and will keep using every one of them to add money to her bank account. She's probably going to divorce 1 or 2 times and add the alimony to her budding real estate empire. At 38, when she's close to achieving that $10 million portfolio, she's suddenly going to realize her surgeries don't look as good as they used to. They don't look good to me even now, but well, they won't look good to her after 10 years as well. She's going to realize she's hit the wall hard, and that the men she used to be able to attract aren't attracted to her. She'll realize that the men she wants are going for younger and more natural-looking women who are feminine, nurturing, kind, caring, and don't have money and wealth as their biggest priority in life. Basically, she's going to get a reality check of life, and I'm sad to say this, she's going to have a really hard time understanding where she went wrong with life. This is the case for most modern women these days. Extremely high levels of entitlement, extremely high levels of delusion. They live in their own little fantasy bubble where they're the hottest global influencer bathing in billions with hit Chad sugar daddies simping for them and revolving around them like dogs wagging their tails to make their masters happy. As much as women want their ideal man to have a certain personality, it is simply the result of social conditioning from Disney and Hollywood films. It's all about material stuff, consumerism, and materialistic notions that revolve all around us. Instead of a man who manages his finances well, Chad and Tyrone are more exciting for the average woman. Most likely, your current vehicle serves your needs well, negating the need for a second one. You'd rather invest in something else or save the money you'd be using for the car payments. Men are quite straightforward, however. Women often become weary of their purchases quickly and crave new things. Do not forget that women make up the majority of consumers in the economy, so it makes sense that they always have enormous bags with them when they visit a mall. Of course, if the guy falters at any moment, the girl has the right to consider other options. I'm not denying that. Women's selfishness encourages men to walk away. Long ago, the majority of people accepted the notion that women are naturally valuable, and males are forced by nature to establish their own value. MGTOW accepts the unfairness of life, unlike contemporary women who seek out the best men without contributing anything of value to the relationship. The majority of men put a lot of effort into developing themselves and adding value. And you know what? When they go home from work after a long day at work and are in a relationship, they don't consider mistreating their partners. Men who are committed to a partnership strive to support their families and do not mistreat women or young people. Truth be told, all men want is peace. A man needs to be in a position of leadership, but the boss babe narrative is being advanced in today's world to convince women that they don't need men, and to even denigrate them as filth. Be honest for a moment. Not all men and women are good people, and I'm not claiming that every woman is materialistic 304. I base my decisions on facts. I want you guys to recognize the trends and follow them. Of all, being a man is not simple, especially in today's society. Due to unpleasant dating experiences, unfounded accusations, or simply because women don't provide anything to the relationship besides sexual intimacy, many men have already welcomed MGTOW. It's normal to think about going your own way for a bit, if not permanently, if you're a man, and all the women you wind up with are entitled and annoying. It's not enough to just work out and put on more makeup, particularly if they do it after running into the wall. Women only need to keep their beauty at the age of 18, whilst guys are literally nobodies. Men are beginning to realize the truth, and are no longer ready to treat women like idols. Women shouldn't be exalted since they're just like everyone else, and they also make mistakes just like everyone else. For example, believing that giving a guy pleasure in bed is sufficient to keep them around. As a result, when Chad arrives, she tries to confine him in the hopes that he will become the man she has always desired. Chad, on the other hand, gets what he wants, including some quick action and increasing her body count. Chad does not seek commitment, as some of the nice guys she met in her 20s did. The nice guys don't want to come in and clean up the mess now that she's been run through by multiple men. It doesn't matter how she moves on top of a guy. What matters is her emotional baggage. It's not a man's responsibility to be a lifelong therapist for women who made bad decisions all their lives. Don't let these women of today ruin your emotional stability. Nothing is more priceless than that. I wish you great success, but now I want you to tell me what you think of modern women who only want the greatest guys and don't provide anything else but intimacy. Have you ever met a woman that fits that description? If so, please feel free to share your experience in the comments below and let me know what you think. To be frank, I have no idea why some guys like being with women who are in their late 30s or early 40s. They may be much better in the bedroom than younger women because they are older and have more experience, but what else do you want from them? Their wealth and resources? Or you just have a desire for old women? If you want to have children, you should probably reconsider because these older women are already far into their 30s, or perhaps in their early 40s, and hence have a fewer chance of conceiving. On the other side, if you're dating a young woman, you have a lot better chance of having children while you're both old enough to watch them develop into successful, smart, healthy, and happy adults. Some men would genuinely want to date older women who are infertile. They will be happy to be with someone who has experience in the bedroom, and with whom they won't have to use contraceptives that reduce pleasure and sensation. And they won't have to worry about the responsibilities that come with children. However, many of these women also have unforeseen extras like families they support, and children they have had from their former marriages and partners. And when you're with such a woman, she'll want you to take care of her children and parents just as well as she does. In some cultures, this is the norm. It's a way to gain spiritual reward for the men who do it out of a sense of responsibility towards their wives and her parents. But this isn't how it is in the Western world. Ideally, this is something you really want to avoid. Society still shames men for not wanting to be with women who have gone beyond a certain age, and are just not worth the time anymore. Society still expects men to care for older women by marrying them and providing for them for the rest of their lives. To tell you the truth, I haven't slept with older women as much as I have lived with them, and I can tell you they're not easy to live with. I am very certain that I would not want to be with an older woman for the rest of my life and wake up next to her every morning. These women have a negative outlook on life, are unpleasant to be around, don't participate in any enjoyable activities, and basically live their lives like elderly folks waiting for the next health problem to develop. But that's just me. What about you? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching The Circle of Kings. As always, we're looking forward to your support, so please hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with everything all kings like yourself need to know.